Hey guys, Mr. B, XRP here, and welcome back. Today is October 28th of 2020, and got a bunch to talk about today, so let's hop right into it. Looking at Bitcoin on Fiat Leak, it's at $13,232. It was about $13,600 or $700 earlier this morning, so it took a little bit of a drop. I don't know. I think it's temporary. I think it's going to go right back up, but we will wait and see. So let's talk about the market overall. Market cap's at $400 billion. It was, I think, up to about $414 billion at one point yesterday, at least on Coin Paprika. So I love to see it get above that $400 billion mark. I think that's fantastic. And Bitcoin is showing at 13,254. Ethereum's at $388. Tether holding comfortably at $1. And XRP is just under 25 cents. Let's go to, this is the Fiat Leak for XRP. Not too much going on. That was the Bitcoin one. All right, so let's jump right into it. My video I did on Monday, I talked about Ken Kurson potentially being dropped from the Ripple board, or I suspected that he might get dropped off the Ripple board because he had been arrested, and he is no longer showing on their website as a board member. So obviously they made a decision to remove him from the site. I'm assuming remove him from the board, but obviously no announcement's been made. I'm sure they won't make any sort of an announcement. They don't typically announce negative things. So. But just wanted to update you on that story. And if you want to know more about what he got arrested for, just Google it. It was he was accused of some computer crimes, and I don't really want to go too heavy into it. Anyway, okay, so first thing I want to talk about, if you're not following this on Twitter, it's interesting. All right, so follow at Bitcoin Stimulus. I've been watching this, and at Bitcoin Stimulus is this. It's a Twitter page, and here's what it is: tracking what the USA's $1,200 stimulus check would be worth if used to buy Bitcoin on April 15th of 2020. So I've been tracking this since they started, and as of yesterday, that $1,200 would have been $2,304, up 92%. In fact, I think they had even a greater post than that. Here you go. Their latest post was it would be worth $2,463, up 105%. So from April to October, people would have doubled their money if they had put it in Bitcoin. Now, obviously Bitcoin can go down, and this didn't necessarily have to work out the way it did, but it did. And Bitcoin's on a nice run right now. And personally, I think it's the announcement from PayPal that's really, really setting off Bitcoin and probably going to set off a lot of altcoins sometime soon also. All right, blockchain backer. I know a lot of you follow the blockchain backer. Whether you believe in TA in cryptocurrency or not, he's got some great information. I like to listen to his program. So he said in this tweet, and he's at BC Becker on Twitter, "It's been a fun ride for Bitcoin. I expect there's still some more left for the upside. If for some reason we don't see a full face-melting moon mission liftoff into all-time high, here's what my rationale expectations would be. This is also where I expect to see some significant action in the altcoins." So let's see. Let me see if I could read this. All right, so he's saying about 16,195, and then altcoin season would start. So one of the things that he pointed out on one of his recent shows that some of you may not be aware of if you haven't been here a long time is the reason why we get excited when Bitcoin takes off. Even though a lot of us aren't in Bitcoin, I don't own any Bitcoin myself. But the reason why we get excited is the last 3 altcoin seasons. And an altcoin season is just referring to when altcoins take off. The last 3 times that happened was right after a major Bitcoin bull run. So when we see Bitcoin take off, we know that our number is going to get called right after. And it's happened 3 times, and we expect it to happen again. So Bitcoin always takes off first, then the altcoins take off. And here's further proof. If I go back to Coin Paprika, if you look at the last all-time high for Bitcoin, which was $20,089 on December 17th, right, which was 1,046 days ago. Let's see what this is here. 46 minus 10, 19, 27 days later. That's like SpongeBob. 27 days later. 27 days later, actually, I take it back. That was Ethereum. Let's go to XRP. So 1046 minus 1028. Let's get the numbers right, guys. Okay, 18 days later, XRP hit its all-time high. So Bitcoin hit its all-time high. 18 days later, XRP hit its all-time high. So it's a lagging thing. Once Bitcoin is done doing its thing, then XRP typically does its thing. Now, why does that happen? I can't explain it. I mean, maybe people take their profits from Bitcoin and they roll them down into other altcoins. I can't explain how these things work. I'm not a technical analysis person. I don't 100% agree with all of it myself, but historically that's what's happened. So it will probably happen that way again, but we will see. So I want to share that with you. Okay, Stephen Bull Dieppe had posted this, and he's at Dieppe SANH on Twitter. So this is interesting, and he says, interesting. It appears that a large number of big banks were testing, and I'm changing my glasses as we're speaking because I can't read in my other glasses. Okay, it appears that a large number of big banks were testing or playing with XRP. And it says Citibank, ANZ, Westpac, JPM Chase, MUFJ, Siam Commercial Bank, HSBC, Bank of China, Bank of America, and Financial, and many more. All right, so he's running this video. And if you look at this video, the names on this video, there's Bank of China, Bank of America, Bank of Israel, Goldman Sachs. Now, here's the problem. Okay, now I don't know if this is true or not. This may be 100% true. This may be not true. Okay, so I'm just giving you my opinion on it. So the problem with this is people have posted underneath this post that you can call a user any name you want. So it doesn't necessarily, PayPal was just there, Fidelity Mutual. Here's why I don't believe it. I'm going to tell you why I don't necessarily believe it, and I could be wrong. Square was just there. I mean, every major company in the business. Here's why I don't believe it. Is because these were all in 2014, a year after XRP was created. I don't think within a year of XRP being created that all of these companies were testing XRP. It was too soon. Royal Bank of Canada, Royal Bank of Scotland, Citibank, DBS, Commonwealth Bank, ANZ. I don't buy it. So nothing against Steven. Steven's fantastic. He's a rock star. I just don't know that this is accurate, and I don't know that I believe it. But anyway, that was just my opinion on it, and you get my opinion on my channel, guys. That's part of what you get here. Okay. So this I saw said more than half of U.S. investors interested in Bitcoin Grayscale survey finds. So let's look at this survey from Grayscale. A survey conducted by digital asset manager Grayscale Investments suggests investor interest in Bitcoin is on the rise. And the top cryptocurrency by market cap is well on its way toward mainstream adoption. Released Tuesday, Grayscale's Bitcoin investor study revealed more than half, 55% of U.S. investors who responded are interested in buying Bitcoin in 2020. Compared to the previous year, the results marked a significant increase, the company said, with a rise of 19%. So first of all, you have to understand, this survey were the people that they surveyed. And it's very important who you survey based on what answers you're getting, right? So the question is, who did Grayscale survey? Who did they have access to that would go to their survey? Would it just be cryptocurrency centric or interested people? I don't know. I mean, I always, surveys are tricky. I mean, statistics are funny, right? People lie with statistics every day. For instance, the common cold, if left alone, could last as long as a week, but with proper care and medical attention can be gone in as little as 7 days. So you have to be careful. So it all just, you have to look at it in context. But let's just go through it. So I don't want to be negative on it, but I just don't know who they surveyed, right? So compared to the previous year, that makes a significant increase, the company said, with a rise of 19%. The data also showed the majority of Bitcoin investors made allocations within the last 12 months, with 38% investing in the last 4 months, 5 to 2. I don't get that. 26% 5 to 6 months prior. Okay, and 19% 7 to 12 months ago. The strongest stated driver for Bitcoin investments was the current health situation, guys, which spurred 63% of respondents into investing, the research showed. All right, that makes sense. Total number of Bitcoin investors in the U.S. rose to 32 million, up 11 million from the previous year's 21 million. That's interesting. That's a big jump, guys. So we went from 21 million to 31 million. Almost half of the respondents said they believe digital currencies would become mainstream by the end of the decade. Among other interesting findings, the survey indicated that if you'd gone to college or university and got a degree, you were more likely to invest. The demographic was split. With twice as many males as females, investors were drawn to Bitcoin for its low cost of entry, I don't know about that, and potential as a growth asset, cited as a motivating factor by 59%, up from 51% in 2019. Okay, all right, that's about it. That's all I wanted to share with you on that. Thought that was interesting. Share those numbers with you. Take it all with a grain of salt. All right, so Michael from VAL5 Link had posted this. U.S. cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has disabled trading due to feed issues amid Bitcoin's ascension toward 2019 highs near 13,880. Okay, another Coinbase freeze while the market is moving, and this drives everyone crazy. Okay, how this happens, why it happens, how it always happens, I don't know, but it pisses people off to no end. And I don't know, I seem to think I got a message from Coinbase. It was Coinbase Pro. I don't know if regular Coinbase was down also. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. I think it might have just been Coinbase Pro, but either way, it's not acceptable. I just don't get it. I just don't get why they can't fix this problem. I mean, enough. Okay, I'm done with that. Okay, I do not have enough information on this. In fact, it's not getting a lot of news out there. So I'm going to preface sharing this by saying I am assuming this is true, but I can't confirm it's true, and I don't mean to say anything negative against Cred or about their product. I'm just reading what I saw on Twitter, so I'm assuming this is true. Okay, so Cred put this out to its customers, and Cred is an interest-bearing program that you can opt into. I believe it's offered on Uphold's website. Now, somebody said that Uphold has severed relationships with them. I can't confirm that that's true either. So if you can confirm that's true, let me know in the comment section below and send me proof. I would love proof of that. But I'm going to read the letter that Cred had sent out. Cred has experienced irregularities in the handling of specific corporate funds by a perpetrator of fraudulent activity that has negatively impacted Cred's balance sheet and precipitated a law enforcement investigation into the loss of these funds. Cred is cooperating fully with law enforcement authorities in connection with the investigation into the incident. Cred is in the process of carrying out an internal accounting of its assets and assessing the impact of the incident on its current business, and in consultation with legal counsel has determined to temporarily suspend all inflows and outflows of funds relating to Cred Earn program. No client personal information or other data has been compromised. Given the circumstances, we are unable to comment further at this time, but will undertake to provide an update within the next 2 weeks. Wow, that's a long time. We regret having to relay this disheartening news. However, we assure you that we share as much information as we can to keep you abreast of this matter. Thank you for your patience. Sincerely, Cred team. Okay, so that's all I know. If you have more information or any links to more information, guys, you could share it with me. I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm assuming we're going to hear more about it, but there just has not been much information about it out there. So that's that. This was posted by XRP Crypto Wolf. JP Morgan's digital coin, the JP Coin, is being used for the first time commercially. Stablecoin is being used by a large technology client to send payments globally. The bank has set up Onyx, an organization for its blockchain and digital currency. Okay, we're going to learn more about JPM Coin. Essentially JPM is going to be able to send money to itself. I mean, it's not going to be able to send money to Bank of America because Bank of America doesn't want JPM Coin. So for anybody that thinks this is a Ripple killer or an XRP killer, it's not. It's like this. If Mr. BXRP set up Mr. BXRP Coin, I can then use my token to send my money from one place to the other as opposed to sending my money. Doesn't really solve a lot of problems for me, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Okay. This was also posted by XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple strengthens its partnership with SBI Holdings by investing in MoneyTap. MoneyTap will now be able to speed up development of new functions and services such as community currency, corporate payments, as well as inbound and outbound remittances. So this really tightens up the relationship with Ripple and SBI. Some people are saying it's further evidence that Ripple's going to be moving to Japan. I don't necessarily think Ripple's moving to Japan. They keep talking about potentially moving. Listen, if moving is going to make a difference, then move. I don't understand how moving is going to make a difference. I really, really don't. And one of the things that I would like to hear, one of these, like Julia Chatterley or somebody that interviews Brad Garlinghouse. Here's a question I want them to ask Brad Garlinghouse when he talks about moving, okay, or when he talks about regulation. First of all, when he talks about regulation, they should ask the following question, Mr. Garlinghouse. When regulations are announced, and let's assume they announce favorably for XRP, what happens next? I want to know what happens next. I mean, there's no roadmap. There's no roadmap to Ripple's plan, right? And a lot of fintech companies have roadmaps. So we don't have a roadmap, but I'd like to know what he says happens next. Now, I think I know what happens next. I think that, the clarity causes everyone to feel comfortable and use it. They get off the sidelines and suddenly XRP is mass adopted. I believe that, but I want to hear it from Brad. I want to hear what he says happens next. Now, the other question she can ask, or anyone can ask that interviews Brad Garlinghouse, is let's pretend you do move. What happens next? How does it help you? You move to Japan, you move to Singapore, you move to wherever. How does it help you? How does it change your business now? How does it change anything? How would your business change the following day? Ask the question. I mean, come on, people, ask good questions. That's what I would ask if I could ask. So just want to share that with you. I don't think the answers are bad. I just think they're interesting, and I want to know the answers to them. I think they would be great answers, but we just don't know. All right, so this was from the World Economic Forum. So this is their 8 predictions for the world in 2030. I'm going to play this, guys. It's a minute and a half. I'll play this video. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to show it to you right now. And it's just, some of this stuff is weird. Hang on. 8 predictions for the world in 2030. And if you're driving, I'll even read them. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Okay? Whatever you want, you'll rent and it'll be delivered by a drone. That's 2. The U.S. won't be the world's leading superpower. A handful of countries will dominate. You won't die waiting for an organ donor. That's fantastic. We won't transport organs, we'll print new ones. So 3D printing. You'll eat much less meat. An occasional treat, not a staple for the good of the environment and your health. 1 billion people will be displaced by climate change. We'll have to do a better job at welcoming and integrating refugees. Polluters will have to pay carbon dioxide tax. There will be a global price on carbon. This will help make fossil fuels. You could be preparing to go to Mars. They're going too fast now. Scientists will have worked out how to keep you healthy in space to start the start of a journey to find a new home, I guess. Western values will have been tested to the breaking point. Checks and balances that underpin our democracies must not be forgotten. I agree with that. Interesting. All right, so that was their opinion. The World Economic Forum, that was their opinion on the future by 2030. And this from the Billionaire Mindset: another person's success doesn't make you a failure. And I think those are fantastic words. So let that sink in, guys. Just, I always tell people this. When people have the things that you don't have, it's because they were or they are willing to do the things that you aren't willing to do. And that's that. You have to accept that. And if you're not happy with that, change it and do the things that you're not doing so that you can have the success that you're not having. So that's my little share with you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I am not a vegetarian, and I'm not a crypto expert. These are my opinions only. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say. Hey, please like and subscribe. If you like my video, hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, hit the sub button, and hit notifications button if you want to be notified when my next video becomes available. And also, you can share my videos with anybody who you think might appreciate them, and I would very much appreciate that. And everyone have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.